Hello everybody, it is Avalon. Today's Thursday. It is 7:58 and I wanted to do a morning chat with you. I want to tell you that this morning I took 3 grams of Mitra leaf is the name of the vendor, Mitra leaf. I took 3 grams of his premium green and 3 grams of his premium red tie. And it's amazing. It was recommended to me by my friend Nikki, who, like I've said before, never steers me wrong. And I'm telling you, mood lift, pain control, energy, like, it's not even, it's like just 8 o'clock and I've already showered, makeup on, made my bed, and now I'm going to go do the kitchen, clean my kitchen up. And it is excellent product. He has a Facebook group. If you want to check him out, go to Facebook Mitra Leaf group and send him a message and he'll hook you up. Good prices, fast shipping, a real easy ordering process. All right, so I'm going to talk to you guys this morning about strains. Now, there's a lot of false info going around about different strains of kratom. Now, I'm kind of in the middle on this one. There are those out there who say that there are no strains. It's all just one leaf, and it's just people's imaginations if they think that they are feeling anything different from any different strain. They say there's no difference between white, red, or green, or yellow, or gold, and that it's all psychosomatic because all the leaves are dried the same way, ground up, and blah, blah, blah. And then there are those out there who say the complete opposite. The only thing that I can say, in my experience, is that I do get different effects from different color kratom. And it's not psychosomatic. For instance, red vein has a more warm, fuzzy blanket feeling with more pain control. Greens, for me, are more energy. I don't really like whites. A lot of time the whites are too speedy, more like you've had too much caffeine or it's tweaky. So I avoid them. Now, that is not me being, making it up in my mind. There's thousands of people who swear that they can't take whites or they can't take greens. I need my bangs cut. But anyway, and here, I've heard and read that it's the different drying processes that cause the different strains. But I do know this. There are no red, white, and green leaves. They're all red vein leaves. They all have red veins. All kratom plants have red veins. So that part is true. Some of the differences in the alkaloid content are when the leaves are picked off the trees. The older the leaf, the older the tree, the more alkaloids are going to be in that leaf. That just makes sense, right? But there's a lot of farmers out there who are picking their leaves too soon. And also in the rainy season, which it's always rainy season in Indonesia, it's just sometimes it's monsoon, which is so it's extra, and it causes the leaves to grow fast, to grow bigger. And people pick them thinking they're older leaves, and they're not. And so that makes a difference in the potency of a kratom leaf. Is when is it picked? Is it allowed to mature? And so the kratom industry over there is just booming, and the need to pick leaves quicker is causing a lot of new growth leaves to be picked. And so, I suggest that you ask a lot of questions, from your vendor. How old is this old growth? Is this new growth? How are they dried? Are they dried on the ground on a tarp, where animals piss and shit and people walk? Or are they dried in a warehouse up on these drying shelves? Are they string dried? There's a good video. It's quite long, but you can skip through parts if you need to. It's a channel called The Kratom Show, and it's he does this video that goes and he shows pictures of all the old growth, the new growth. He shows pictures of different vendors drying their product in different ways, standing on the products next to public pathways. And yeah, so do I think that kratom, red, white, and greens are different? I do, because I feel the difference. But now here's something that's gonna knock your socks off, though. As far as green Bali versus green Thai, or red Sumatra versus red Malay, that's made up. That's a marketing technique. All kratom trees are the same. And there's no such thing as a green Sumatra or a green Bali. Because if your farmer is growing trees and he lives in Sumatra, but yet he's selling green Bali, green Thai, green Malay, green. You see what I mean? They're not importing different greens from different little islands. It doesn't exist. That's a marketing thing. So you take a company like Slow Kratom, SLO Kratom, who they only sell red, green, white. That's it. So they've removed all that other stuff from it. Some people swear, that green Malay is better than green Sumatra or whatever. If that's the case, then you just got a really good batch of green. And I know that that's not going to be this isn't going to be a very popular thing that I've just said, because there's a lot of vendors are really capitalizing on these different places that these things have come from. There are volcanic islands over there in Indonesia and Malaysia, and all those South China islands. And did I say that right? Yeah, South China. So maybe different islands may have different volcanic soil, which can cause a difference in some alkaloids. That doesn't seem out of the realm of possibility for me. But You got to be the judge. There's a doctor, a doctor in the Kratom community that says that they have tested all of the alkaloids in white, green, and red, and that they're all the same. So, I don't know. All I know is that I know what I feel. You know what you feel. The red that I took this morning with the green, I felt that red because I've been taking Kratom long enough to know, and I've taken a lot of vendors and I've taken a lot of kinds, is that there's a certain feeling that comes with a good red. And for me, I call it the warm fuzzy blanket. And I got that feeling this morning. I don't always get it with reds, but there are certain reds that I get that give me that feeling. I love it. I love it. And so I have to disagree with. There's a video out there that I was just watching. If you go into YouTube search and you say "The Truth About Strains," it's an older gentleman sitting there, and he's saying that there's no difference in that it's all psychosomatic. So if you want to check him out, you can check him out. But yeah. So I just wanted to kind of talk about that. If you have an opinion, put it in the comments, and let me know what you think. And please like this video and subscribe if you haven't. So I'm going to get started with my day. I again want to recommend Mitra Leaf. It's an excellent vendor. Brightest blessings and Goddess bless.